Hello friends, welcome back to my channel The Scholar Classes. Today we will discuss the part 1 of the history lesson, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Today, if we look at the map of Europe, we will find many independent countries now regarded as nation states, but it was not like this before. So, before it was ruled by Austrian Empire, Habsburg Empire and the Ottoman Empire. Before nation-state, most of the countries in Europe had monarchical form of government where power was mostly centralized, and this was a time when people started demanding for liberty, equality and fraternity, which ultimately gave rise to nationalism. During the 19th century, nationalism emerged as a force which brought so many changes in Europe. These changes brought the concept of nation state in the world. A nation state is one where all the citizens living in a particular country share common language, history, traditions, identity, etc. For example, if Germany is under the control of France, it cannot be called as a nation state because French culture, history, tradition, and language is different to that of German culture. Thus, nation state was the product of prolonged struggles, the action of leaders, and the unity of the common people. This leads us to one question, that is, from where did the idea of nation state emerge in the world? The idea was mainly given by the French Revolution of 1789, which brought a drastic change in France and later in Europe. How did the French revolutionaries create a sense of collective identity or unity amongst the French people? The first idea of nationalism came with the French Revolution of 1789, and since then it has inspired all the countries of the world. If the monarch had done good deeds for the citizens would have never revolted. The citizens wanted a change, and this change gave birth to the French Revolution. The French revolutionaries brought the various ideas to create a sense of collective unity. They are as follows. A constitution was required to fulfill the needs of the people. A tricolor flag was chosen. The State General was renamed as National Assembly. Hymns were composed. Oaths were taken. Martyrs were commemorated. Uniform law for all citizens, and so on. The revolutionaries in France declared that it was their mission to carry the ideals of French Revolution to other parts of Europe as well. So it was at this time, around 1804, that Napoleon had proclaimed himself as the new Emperor of France. At the same year, he introduced Civil Code, also known as Napoleonic Code of 1804. So this code had certain features such as it abolished all privileges on birth, it established equality before law, and it secured right to property. His ideas or civil code was exported to those regions which was under French control such as Germany, Switzerland, Italy, etc. He simplified the administrative division, that is, made efficiency in the work of office system, freed peasant from serfdom. He abolished feudal system. He improved transport and communication system. He removed guild restrictions. Peasants, artisans, businessmen were happy as they were enjoying freedom. And students, if you do not know the meaning of guild, feudal system, serfdom, here I have written some information regarding that. You can copy this in your notebook. Earlier, in many cities of Europe like Brussels, Mainz, Milan and Warsaw, the French armies were welcomed nicely as the citizens believed that the French armies will bring freedom for the citizens. But their happiness soon turned out to be a sad one because the political freedom or the basic rights were still not granted to the citizens. The main reason for this was the Civil Code of 1804, which Napoleon had introduced in 1804. Now let us look at the drawbacks of Civil Code of 1804. Again, the taxes were increased, and this made the common citizens really unhappy. Number two was the introduction of censorship, which means that the people were not allowed to voice their opinion, and forced conscription. It means that the citizens were forcefully enrolled in the French army. And the forced conscription was mainly done to conquer the rest of East Europe. So, friends, we come to an end of the discussion of part 1 of the history lesson, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. So, if you like my channel, please like, share, and subscribe.